feel. Hey, you want to be in the feel. Hey, you not real niggas. Feel. Yo, look. Six guy, you're a visionary. I'm the definition like a dictionary. Baby, turn around and get a missionary. If they pull up on me with some bad intentions, you gon' read about it in obituary. I got most soldiers in the military. I got most homes in the cemetery. I got most strings out of February. It's getting hard to put a price on the show. Can't even figure them out now. But nigga really try to jam me. Get jammed first like the countdown. I thank God for that flight straight from the non-stop going southbound. They say that life's about balance, baby, and the balance is in my account now. Okay, she got a prick in the vert. I got a twerk in the turf. She probably let both of us hit. The way that she's working the dirt. She getting cake on the picture. She think I say, girl, if it work, it work. Fuck a winning dress. I'm trying to work in the 8 in this first. 8 train around the world. 8 brown like squirrel. 8 sitting in pearl. 8 Rolls Royce car. 8 Rolls Royce truck. One more all my hoes. We're gonna light it all up. Hey, I'm playing how it is. Hey, I've been playing for some years. Hey, try to steal. And hit records on my demo. We blowing up like the. This a fucking voice forever. Hold it, but. Stay alive. Do it cause I'm supposed to go to. I saw my parents flip.
I'm only back in John's song. I do not know what the was on.
Hey, let's go. Yeah. Let's go.
Hello. GM, everyone. Welcome to the Well Show 14. We have a great show today. We have the Garbage Friends team with us. Jimmy, Blondie, Jordan, Stack Space, welcome everyone. Hope you're doing super well. My co-host Shiv, how are you doing?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. We're so back. The Whale Show's back on episode number 14. Yes, they're going by so quickly. We took a little break last week. Hopefully you took some time off, touch some grass, take a little breather, and we're coming back this week with absolutely full force. And this week has been pretty incredible. It's been good vibes, and I can't wait to actually have high-value discussions again. I hope everyone has been doing well. I know last week was pretty crazy, so I can't wait to jump back in with my favorite bozo and the one influencer, Whale. First of all, how are you doing, my boy? You're asking everyone else how they're doing. How are you doing?
Pretty good. The last week has been crazy. Like a lot of stuff happening in the space, as I guess everybody knows. But yeah, good to be back on the Whale Show. Season 1 of the Whale Show will end very soon, probably at the end of this month. So stay tuned for that. But then we have great guests today, Jimmy, Jordan, Blondie, from Typical Friends, team also behind Garbage Friends. So how are you doing, Jimmy? Welcome to the show.
Thank you, legend. This is unreal, man. I've been following from the very beginning, way before you. I don't want to make this joke, but let's just say you had not a lot of followers. And so to see you come up and be one of the best value providers in the space, and then to be here sharing the room with you guys, it's a great moment. So happy to be here.
Thanks for taking the time. We also got Blondie with us on the stage, she has a beautiful Azuki, one of my favorites in the collection. So welcome up on stage. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's so great to be here. Thank you for having us. And thank you for your compliment on my Azuki. I love her. She's beautiful. My daughter is rocking her as her Twitter PFP because being on the Typical Friends team and having my invisible friend, I'm staying loyal to that. But if my daughter pops in at some point, you'll see occasionally my Azuki PFP that she likes to use it because it is beautiful.
Julius, welcome. I would say thank you for taking time. And the last guest we're going to introduce is Jordan, community manager for Typical Friends. So welcome up on stage as well. How are you doing?
Good. How are you doing? Well,
amazing. Thank you everyone for coming today. We want to dive right into it. We're also going to talk about Garbage Friends today, which is the upcoming project. And I don't know, Jimmy or Blondie or Jordan, can you give us a brief introduction into what Garbage Friends is for the people who don't know yet?
Garbage Friends is the next Mona Lisa Picasso, just animated, basically. I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, on a real note, Garbage Friends is, as many of you guys know, Motion Marcus, a legend in character creation and animation. He's prior to Web3, he's done a lot of work with brands like Nike, ESPN, big game stuff, and then he decided to venture into Web3, coming in at a time where it wasn't a lot of the same static stuff, and he came in with a fully animated collection, 5K collection, Invisible Friends. I'm sure you guys all are familiar with it. If not, go check it out. I think all time we're sitting at the 34th all time in volume on OpenSea, and I think we are the only fully animated collection in the top 50. So Garbage Friends is the second generative collection from Motion Marcus. It's a bit of a step up in terms of the elaborate art. You have added environments now. You have twice as many frames in one single animation. You have a lot more traits, a lot of which we haven't even seen yet. So one thing that I really love about this new collection is that there's going to be a lot of surprises in there. A lot of cool traits that a lot of the public has yet to see. So yeah, it's a 6,500 supply. Minded that 5K of those is allocated towards Invisible Friends holders already, and 250 of those is allocated for Who's Friends holders, which is Marcus's first limited designer edition drop that he did recently under Typical Friends. And then the rest, 1,250, that's what we are allocating for new holders, including the those who will participate and win in today's Well Show. So that's a quick gist.
Let's go. Thank you for the brief overview. I think most people who've been in the space for a while remember the Invisible Friends mint. Well, last year I remember it being really hyped and a lot of competition for white spots and stuff. It was really probably one of the most hyped mints we had in the space in the past. Yeah, maybe ever. I don't think there were many mints who were as exciting back then. Shiv, you have your hand up, right?
I mean, you just had to be there. 2021 and early 2022, the bull run cycle was a pretty exciting time for NFTs. You had a lot of projects popping out of the woodworks, but none really hit like Invisible Friends. The art, the animation was very clean. I remember everyone wanted their hands on it. I remember the golden one was being auctioned off, and just watching there, glued to my computer screen, looking at that live was pretty credible. It went for a very high amount as well. Now, I can't remember exactly how much, but it was amazing to see. And then one of my good friends in the space actually minted one of the one-of-ones Invisible Friends, and he sold it for 100 plus ETH. You just had to be there back in the bull run. You don't see stuff like that happening anymore. And dude, every time I look at the Invisible Friends collection, there are not really any that hey, I'm not a fan of this. All of them are pretty unique, and all of them are all amazingly made. So shout out to Motion Marcus for such a beautiful collection overall.
Let's go. Yeah, it was a crazy time. Also one of my first really big flips. I didn't mint Invisible Friends, but I remember there were 2 collections. I don't know, Mood Rollers and stuff like that. And if you owned a couple of them, you were able to mint Invisible Friends. And I I bought a few of them before it was announced that it will give you whitelist, and was like really big flip because of course as soon as they announced it, floor of these went up like crazy because everyone wanted to get in. So it was one of my first really big hits in space. So Blondie, let's go to you before let's go to you before I get to my next question.
Yeah, so I think Chimmy tried to sum up this amazing amount of information in a really small bundle, and I think you guys took away from it the most critical point for me. And I wasn't even in Web3 to start. I came in like when Invisible Friends started. I came in late in the game. I think it was like March, April. Stumbled in through Kith friends, found out that when you came in, it was like this was like the cream of the crop. Like everybody was so excited about Invisible Friends, and you just wanted to get on. Of course, I came in heavy and crazy. I had quite a few. We joke I had at least 2 Invisible Friends.
Yeah, look at her now, the biggest whale.
I think that it speaks to the fact that Marcus's animation. I think it's something that we had seen, and we didn't know that we had seen it before. When you see animation on television or commercials, you don't realize who the animator is. You're not probably thinking about it. But then when you look at his body of work, if you check out his Instagram page, which I suggest everybody do, you're like, wow, I mean, this guy's amazing. And then to see it in a token and an NFT, when oftentimes we see very simple animated or non-animated PFP type art or even just still art, I think it's a huge leap, and it speaks to his craft, and the community really seems to stick around that. We talk about animation a lot, and I think that's kind of what sets us apart from the rest. And same with Garbage Friends coming up, as well as all the other additions that Marcus has done. The animation just really speaks for itself.
Okay, I've been a big fan of this work. I want a lot when I announced I will have you on the show. Like we have this Invisible Friends collection, now we have Garbage Friends. Is Garbage Friends like a second collection to Invisible Friends, or is it like a collection of the same level, just different art from the same artist? What's the relationship between like the Invisible Friends collection and the Garbage Friends collection?
Jimmy, you want this one? Or you want me to take it? Jimmy?
I can take this one. So it was running for a little bit, so I had to process what last. But if I understood correctly, the relationship between Invisible Friends and Garbage Friends. So I guess you could say they're related in the way that Garbage Friends continues to expand the Friends ecosystem that Marcus is trying to build. Obviously, with Typical Friends as the main company umbrella that covers all of friends and friendships. It was alluded in a few tapes that were released a few months back that Garbage Friends and Invisible Friends had a little bit of a relationship in terms of lore, but we have yet to discover a little more there. But for now, Garbage Friends is just more great work from Motion Marcus and continuing to expand the Friends ecosystem. Did I miss anything, Lynn?
No, I mean, I think the only thing I would say also with this is that it's the relationship that Invisible Friends was done under the heading with RCC, which is originally how Marcus got into the Web3 game. But now Garbage Friends is kind of where he's branched out. He started Typical Friends, and this is going to be his first collection without that umbrella of RCC. So he's spread his wings, and he's doing it all himself and under his own guidance, which allows someone who's creative to be as creative as they want. And so I think it'll be interesting to see how that plays out as far as not having as many people to check things off with when you go through. So it gives him some more freedom, and I think it's going to be really exciting to see. But I think the main thing that ties them together is the walk cycles as well as the community. I mean, he has a very loyal following. Obviously, there's a few loyal the other way, as it seems to always be the case. People that are passionate one way or the other. For the most part, it seems to be positive, or at least I've done a really good job of walking the rest out of my head, or out of my feet, I should say. But I think Jimmy, you covered it, and I think we're really, really excited to see how Garbage Friends does differ from Invisible Friends going forward.
No, yeah, I think the community, you touched on it, but the community overall is really, really excited to see what Marcus does under Typical Friends. For now we have, obviously, more to come from Invisible Friends. We have, the release of Garbage Friends to look forward to, and obviously the limited designer editions, which, collectors are going to, be all over that because it's such a limited and exclusive, way of releasing his work compared to Invisible Friends and Garbage Friends. So with the Friend that came out, and now, soon to come, the next collaboration under limited designer editions with Tony Babbitt, another legend in the animation world. So we're all really excited to see what comes out of that.
To piggyback off of the community part, Garbage Friends really evolved, I think, because of the community, and was something that Marcus decided to push forward, because Garbage Friends initially was a meme. It just started off with a basic tweet, and it was supposed to be just a joke, and the community fell in love with it, so here we are.
Incredible work, guys. So I'm actually very curious to actually look forward to the limited edition drops, and I know some of the people who might be listening might be quite curious to learn more about the limited designer edition. So if you guys want to discuss some of the previous ones and how significant those collaborations were and how important these upcoming ones will be, so people kind of up to date on what is these drops essentially.
Lynn, you want to take that one?
Sure. So I think one of the points that I probably should have made when you asked about tying Invisible Friends to Garbage Friends was that even Marcus himself has said that Invisible Friends will always be the OG collection. That is the crown jewel, essentially, of his body of work. So one of the things I selfishly love about this is that it's the only collection by Marcus that will ever be also still tied to RCC. So you kind of get the best of both worlds as far as the perks are concerned. You get Typical Friends and RCC, but then what Marcus has done by taking this Typical Friends as IP for Invisible Friends as well is he wants to make sure to continue to really reward those holders and those OG holders. And so he's in that. One of the biggest things that he started was these limited designer editions. And I love the way that sounds. It's just so flows off the tongue. It makes me excited. It makes me feel posh. It makes me all those super giddy things, goosebumps. But it's going to be such smaller collections, which for me, I was excited to see because I feel like more and more we're getting into these 10,000 collections, 20,000 piece collections. But this isn't going to just be a small collection. It's a small collection to essentially it's within holder group. It was only offered with the exception of a few raffles to current holders of the Invisible Friend community. So what's great about that is you're rewarding your holders with the opportunity to gain access possibly to this drop. So it'll be a very niche drop, very small. And then yes, of course, if they would like to sell it, that's great. You're giving them value back into their investment. But if not, their original OG friend is getting them almost like a membership to a special collection. You think about there's wine clubs, there's art clubs, there's all these things where you have to have a membership to gain access to something. I feel like that's one of the huge things that we had originally talked about NFTs being designed to do to begin with. And I think Marcus is doing part of that to really try to push the NFT game along. It's also giving him an opportunity to get away from walk cycles. We joke because everything he's been doing in the space and working on for quite some time now are things that are just walking. And we love them, and it's great. But I think he even put out a tweet that he was like, I can't keep making something walk today. I just need to do something else. And so this is getting our artist an opportunity to either on his own or work with another artist that he enjoys their work to do something different and lets those creative juices out. And I think that's really important when even in our real lives, if we work or whatever, but we really have we really like to draw, or we really like to play cards or pinball or chess or whatever it might be, that we still do those things, because otherwise you can lose that. You can lose that enjoyment. And I think that was one of the exciting things for me, was to see the other things that are working in this crazy man's mind put into something that we can all see and enjoy. So they're smaller drops. The first one was Ooze friend. He tries the guitar, and I encourage everybody to check it out. It doesn't go so well for the Ooze friend when he's playing the guitar, but it's hilarious. We've had some people do some really fun things with it, add music to it. It's been a real joy. I was looking for the tweet, but he's changed it. The one that's coming out soon.